Hello, everyone. I'm the Duchess.
Today, we have a very special episode of Power Up for Justice, a YouTube series where we bring you to the front lines of environmental justice. So listen what happened on June 24th. Greenaction and MHCF mobilized over 150 people and dozens of groups at the steps of City Hall in San Francisco to call out the improper cleanup and dangerous radioactive findings at the Hunters Point Naval Shipyard. And they demanded that San Francisco Mayor Lurie protect the community. And I hope you enjoy it as much as I did, because it shows how our community showed up. Enjoy!
15. Can y'all say 15? 15. I want the 15 years back that was taken off my life and my family's life from living in District 10, according to the science. Can y'all say 15? 15. So what do I want? 15. And if they can't give me that, then they need to give us some form of repair for the residents that are on that hill. I'm talking about actual monetary means to secure our futures in this universe. You know what I'm saying? One thing we don't want is another generation that's coming behind us that has elevated levels of cancer and respiratory lung disease. If it was your family, wouldn't you want the same? Yeah. Wouldn't it be fair to say that the city of county of San Francisco owes us something? Yeah. So would it be fair? Are you guys okay with me saying repair or reparations? Yeah. Will you guys fight with me for that? Stand with me, San Francisco! Yeah.
Okay, so what I want to do is I want to read off our demands so you know what we are demanding. And we sent these demands so that you know to the mayor about a week ago. So number one, our demands, health reparations for impacted residents, okay? We have a body of evidence that has been accumulated by Dr. Ahimsa Porter Sumchai that shows us and tells us empirical data that the people of Bayview Hunters Point are poisoned by toxic radiation and heavy metals. And we cannot ignore the data or the biomonitoring project that she is headed, okay? Number two, we want independent community supervised retesting of the entire shipyard in impacted areas. That's right. Number three, we need public funding for independent community experts with full site access. Number four, clean up to the highest protective standards for residential safety. Do you know that over 11 people have died at Alice Griffith's project's apartments since January? People dying of higher instances of cancer. Number five, no transfer or development of contaminated land. Is it radiation or is there not? They keep dragging us, right? A long game. We know, once again, by Dr. Ahimsa Porter Sumchai's research, that there's something in the soil because this radiation just didn't pop up by accident. It was brought here by the U.S. Navy, folks. The U.S. Navy did 23 nuclear tests between 1946 and 1953. They brought those vessels to the shipyard. And when they brought them to the shipyard, the demographic was 65% African American. It was African American black bodies that was working on that shipyard trying to clean off radiation with brushes and soap and water. You cannot do that. It doesn't go away. It has a half-life, folks. 25,000 years. It's not going away. It's here, and sea level rise is spreading it all throughout San Francisco. That's why this fight is not just for Bayview Hunters Point. It's for the entire city and county of San Francisco. And lastly, long-term health monitoring and community investment.
It's an honor to be here with the Marie Harrison Community Foundation and the other 27 organizations that have come together. Greenaction was formed in late 1997 by grassroots leaders from urban, rural, and indigenous communities. Long before that, elders in the Bayview Hunters Point community came together to stand up and fight for the best possible cleanup of the atomic bomb waste that the Navy negligently dumped and polluted the community and polluted our San Francisco Bay. And that's not okay, is it? No. And for all these decades, it's going back to 1989 that the U.S. so-called Environmental Protection Agency put the Hunters Point Naval Shipyard on what's called the National Priorities List, the federal Superfund list. What that means in plain English, they admitted this is one of the most contaminated sites in the entire United States. That is not okay. And for decades and decades, it's been 37 years, and then hundreds of millions of dollars, that there's been scandal and cover-up, reckless handling, and most importantly to me, and I think to all of us, that the health of the people of the community has been completely harmed. So many of our brothers and sisters have passed away. So many people continue to suffer with cancer and ill health effects. Right. Now, starting with Mayor Willie Brown, who pushed this through to help their luxury developer friends, first it was Lennar, now 5 Points, to build thousands of upscale luxury homes on radioactive and toxic land without cleaning it up properly. And then Willie Brown went on and made money selling investments in the project. The corruption and scandals have continued. First, it was Tetra Tech EC, the federal contractor, that squandered hundreds of millions of dollars, claiming they had properly tested and cleaned up. It was completely BS. Then a couple of years ago, the new contractors, they found strontium-90 radioactive contaminants, high levels. Oops, that must have been a mistake, they claimed. Then they found plutonium in there. Oops, that must have been a mistake. And then just a month or so ago, again, another cover-up for a month, they found radioactive and toxic waste in drawers and cabinets. That's not okay. The other thing I want to really emphasize, the city always says, hey, it's not us, we're not a regulator. But you know what? The city actually has the power. Because if the city said it's not clean enough, they don't have to take it. And if the city says that, guess what? They're going to be forced to do a better cleanup. They're going to be forced to meet the community demands. So it's nice the mayor's office sent somebody here, but the request was not just to have a person here. So my question today is, which side are you on, Mayor Lurie? Which side are you on, Board of Supervisors? Are you the side of the luxury developers? Or if you the side of the people of Bayview Hunters Point, the people of San Francisco, the people in the Bay Area? Are you on the side of health injustice or more environmental racism? We want an answer, and we're going to be back as much as we have to. Thank you all for coming out today.
That they don't give a damn about us. Come on, y'all. All I really know is that they don't give a damn about us. Come on, y'all. All I really know is that they don't give a damn about us. One more time. All I really know is that they don't give a damn about us. We out of here.
Before you on an oxygen tank today because of the toxic legacy, the radioactive corruption, and the blatant environmental racism that San Francisco has shoved down our throats for generations. The Hunters Point Naval Shipyard is a federal Superfund site, but this city treats it like a playground for greedy developers. They want us to sit down, shut up, and take it while they play games with our survival. Just this month in June 2026, the media exposed that they found more unauthorized radiological material tucked away in storage right in our backyard. They are hoarding wealth while we are inhaling poison. We have been down this road before, and we know the cost of a delay. Our fierce matriarch, Sister Marie Harrison, stood on these very steps. She hooked herself up to an oxygen tank and fought this exact same beast until her very last breath. They think because they buried her, they buried the movement. But they forgot we are seeds. Her spirit is moving through me right now. And we are not about to let her struggle be in vain. Hey, everybody.
I am speaking to you as the founder, CEO, and principal investigator of the Hunters Point Biomonitoring Program. I am also here as a retained expert witness in the Hunters Point community lawsuit and USA v. Tetra Tech. And a few years ago, I looked in my crystal ball and saw that sooner or later, the city and county of San Francisco may be forced to take the position that it's time to sue the Navy. And I believe that we are reaching a point where the level of negligence is so obvious, it is so criminal, it is so irrefutable, and the harm is so well documented that we are going to be left with no choice. In March of this year, the Navy detected 732 radioactive soil samples in 5 locations around the base. All 5 locations are where people live, play, pray, and more significantly, the Navy is concealing that data about radioactive soil samples that have an impact on everybody in this community. There are 23,000 people living within the 1-mile perimeter of the federal Superfund site at the Hunters Point Naval Shipyard. The major reason why I'm here today, however, is because of the building demolitions that are going forward. Someone mentioned the monetary incentive. Everyone should know that the Navy was awarded almost $1 billion in multi-award contracts, and that is what is driving everyone crazy right now. We need resident protection measures that ensure that people who are injured, whose property is damaged, who may be killed, by these building demolitions, will enjoy some recovery and some access to temporary voluntary relocations. So thank you so very, very much. And the fight is started. Okay.
Hi everybody, my name is Talia, and I'm a high school senior here in SF. I've been working with Greenaction on a youth petition to the mayor and the board of supervisors calling for a full cleanup of the shipyard. And we got around 600 signatures, and students signed from all across the city, from different neighborhoods, different backgrounds, different schools, because we really do all have a stake in the well-being of our city. I got involved because I believe the future of the shipyard is not only part of the future of my generation, but also of all the generations that will follow. Because we're the ones who will have to live with the consequences of the decisions being made now, and we're the ones who will inherit whatever's left behind, whether that's land that's been fully cleaned up or contamination that should have been cleaned up years ago. But youth are only the future. We're also here right now, and we care about what's happening in our communities. We care about environmental justice and public health, and we also care about whether the places where people live are actually safe.
The battle against the city of San Francisco and the Navy has lasted generations and is far from over. Help us reach San Francisco Mayor Daniel Lurie to urge him to address these long-standing community demands to protect the health and safety of San Francisco and the Bayview Hunters Point community. This impacts all of us, and our voices are stronger together. Thank you for watching. Make sure to leave us a like, comment to show our support, and subscribe to see more from the front lines of the environmental justice movement across the nation. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next time.